I'm getting a lot of questions in the comments of, why am I moving to South Africa from Tanzania? And how good is it that I really don't have to choose, right? Like I can decide to be a global citizen. I can live bi-coastal, bi-continental, and I love that for me. I love that. I'm not gonna lie, that was just a moment of like, self-validation. And so there isn't a better, it isn't a why this or that, and it's an and, right? Like it's not exclusive, mutually exclusive. Like you don't have to just pick if you don't want to, and I don't want to. But for me, some of the things that I recognize here in South Africa is a level of ingenuity and innovation that is happening here that provides opportunity for a certain type of skill set that is looking to extend their career beyond their traditional Western ways. So in this video, I want to talk about the best skill sets for professionals if you are looking to move to the continent that seem to fit really well here in Johannesburg, South Africa. So first, let me introduce myself. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashley. On my channel, Ashley in Africa, I talk about my experience of moving, living, and doing business here on the continent of Africa. If that sounds like your vibe, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below and let me know how you stumbled upon me. I'd love to hear it. If you're not new here, welcome back. I love y'all. Y'all are my family. Thank you so much for the support and the love on the channel. It's super dope. And for those who have something to say, keep it up. Keep it up. So, a colleague and friend, Dr. Assad, he talks a lot about a certain type of Black professional, African-American professional that is moving here to Johannesburg or to South Africa specifically. And, he's right. He's right. In his community of people that I've met and the Black professionals, doctors, executive sales reps, medical professionals, I also see a similar trend. And so I want to talk about some specific skill sets, high-level professionals, highly skilled professionals, if you want to extend your career and you believe that you can do so, not only in collaboration with the South African community, but potentially in your own business here in South Africa. So the first skill set that I've recognized in having conversation with some of the, executive senior level, upper middle class South Africans, brand strategy. So my background is brand strategy. I'm a traditionally educated economist as well, and they really go hand in hand if I think about it. It is it's clear that a lot of people are not hip to what South Africa has to offer in the US, right? And South Africa seems to spend a lot of their funds, their tax dollars for tourism on Asia and on Europe. And this is something that I'm hearing directly from tourism professionals. And they don't spend a lot of money with the American market. White Americans are very clear on what's happening in South Africa because in fact they're here. There are reportedly over 300,000 Americans here as permanent residents in South Africa. So, or temporary permanent residents in South Africa. And out of those Americans, I'm just gonna assume that less than 5% are Black Americans. But from a brand strategy perspective, like a lot of the talent here, the brands here are really like, just making it do what it do and using what they have to do what they can. And they've been super successful. And when I talk to many of them, like they're prominent, they're influential, they're impactful, they're doing movies, they're doing film, they're creating products, but there's still an element of need to grow the brand internationally. And so if you have a global marketing, advertising, brand strategy experience, you'll do really well here. And in fact, that is now where I'm gonna focus my efforts in extending my brand strategy business BrandUp, which is a business that I've had for almost 8 years here on the continent, and I've already been able to find value in that. So if that is your skill set, that's your wheelhouse, please be sure to contact me below. We can even collaborate or do a joint venture, or not. You can just do your own thing, but I'd love to work with you if you have an interest. It's a huge opportunity here in Johannesburg that I've noticed, and likely, all over South Africa. The second skill set that I've noticed is if you are a business analyst and or data analyst. So the critical skills list has changed as of, I think, February of 2022. I do remember seeing data or business analysts still on that list. So these skill sets that I'm sharing, you can actually refer to the critical skills list, and I'll leave that below. But these are things that I'm talking to people on the ground and hearing them say, right? Because there are several, I've heard several South Africans say, hey, like, there's a ton of this or that skill set on this critical skill list of South Africans that have this skill set. Why are they seeking outside talent? Now, I don't know the answer because I'm not a part of home affairs, and this is only my personal experience, my personal insights into what I've experienced being here. But I think when you are developing a world-class city such as a Johannesburg, which is really already here, they are looking at the skill sets that come from global professionals. Like if you've been able to launch products in the West that have expanded globally, or if you've been able to launch products in Asia that have expanded globally, they're looking for that, that skill set. They're looking for, someone that can analyze data trends and apply them to actual things that have worked and that haven't worked. And so while this feels like a very new democracy, 28 years, the economy is also flourishing and it's thriving and it's new. You have the largest, the fastest growing middle class here on the continent. Black Africans, are growing in this middle class space faster in this country than any other country here on the continent. There are data trends that might apply from the US or the UK that can be applied here to create strategic initiatives and strategic focus for businesses, in their planning. So data analysts, business analysts, I see are really huge, high-level skill sets that would work well here in Johannesburg. The third skill set is someone that is really good at and proficient at sharing skills. So talent development or teaching, coaching, instructing, thought leadership, and not just thought, but action, being able to translate skills, being able to teach and develop talent in different areas. So I think what I saw, again, executive level sales, brand strategy, data analyst, business analyst, data trends. These are skills that are very much in demand on a global level. And I personally feel that people are hungry. They want to know, they're interested in learning new skills. And if you can come over and find a way to be effective in your communication and in your instructional tools, you can do really, really well. You can do really well here, yeah. Ooh, my little glow, it's nice. Sorry, intermission. All right, and the last, but not, it's not the only, the last completely, but what I've noticed is if you have a skill set around real estate management, so development of real estate or property management or renovation, can absolutely do really, really well here. There is a lot of old architecture here in some of the really dense areas. And, you know, now that people are really moving into the cities, but also the rural parts of South Africa, there's opportunity for real estate development. There's opportunity there for like hospitality management, Airbnbs, or bed and breakfasts. If you have that skill set, you know how to manage the real estate, you know how to develop the real estate, even project management for real estate. You can do really, really well here. There are several others, manufacturing, textiles, agriculture, all those, but I'm talking about if you've got those skill sets that I've mentioned and you're in your career and you think you can effectively make a ground here, one, you can do it. I'm here to tell you that you can. So either that's a joint venture with a corporation, working entrepreneurially with an organization, or even starting your own, you can do so well. You can do really, really well here in Johannesburg, South Africa. So I hope that was helpful. Please leave me a comment below and let me know if you fit any of those skill sets and you'd like to learn more. I'd be happy to share my insight, my personal recommendations, and some of my contacts. If you and your family have an interest in moving to South Africa, a link to my calendar is below in the description. I'd love to talk to you. Connect with me there. And until the next video, I'll talk to you soon.